Welcome back to Sutton Bourbon and Smoke. As always, I'm Forrest.
I'm Taylor.
I'm Kevin.
Today we're going to be doing something a little different, actually a continuation of our last video if you saw it, but we're going to be diving into one of the limited releases from Old Forester, the Whiskey on Fire from the 117 series. So let's get into it.
Yeah, in 2015, a large fire broke out on Whiskey Row. It damaged 3 buildings there, one of them including the Old Forester building. The Old Forester building they had occupied since 1882. They were in the middle of renovations. It looked like it was, a situation that was very devastating to the bourbon community, which it was. I mean, fortunately, no one was injured, but the Louisville mayor, Greg Fisher, at the time, looked at that and said, you know what, this is going to be something that's going to be really great for Whiskey Row. And I love someone that can take us, bad situation and look, say, hey, this is going to be great. And his thought was, hey, Whiskey Row is a legendary place. This is going to even add to that legend. It was over the 4th of July weekend, hot weekend. The firefighters did a great job being able to put out the fire and limiting the damage to what really happened just to those 3 buildings.
Well, sure, and I think the whiskey itself is a testament of there's times where a city like that can get beaten down and not really try to recover from that, or they can make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah, for sure.
And Whiskey Row did what Whiskey Row does best. Turned out some really great whiskey for us.
Yeah. No, and if you guys want to see more about what the renovations look like, take a look at our last video if you haven't seen it already. But it really goes into what the distillery actually looks like now and some of the different experiences you can have while you're there. But Taylor, why don't you tell us a little bit about the creation of this?
Yeah, no. So following the fires, like we said, they came up with this idea of putting out a bourbon that would kind of commemorate the event itself and honor it in a way that was respectful and of course delicious. So who better than their master taster, Jackie Zykin, to come in and really take ownership of this and create something that is both very unique while still retaining some of those classic Brown-Forman and Old Forester flavors you're going to normally taste. But something that's just a little bit different than their normal line of products. So it's really cool.
Yeah, and this is really Jackie's last baby per se. That she left to start Hidden Barn after creating and leaving prior to the release of this 117 Fire series.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So the question is really like, if this is a super limited release, you can see they only sell it in pint-sized bottles, right? How do you even get this, right? And,
because the two of y'all were the ones that came across these. Y'all both were able to pick up the bottle, right?
Yeah.
And this was y'all's trip last year, 2022, when y'all went up to Kentucky. So tell me a little bit about that. I wasn't there, so.
Well, we made the trip around Labor Day because we were trying to score. We planned it at the beginning of the year before we knew about the lottery, but we were trying to score a bottle of birthday bourbon, right? On the way up there, of course, or I think the month before, we realized it was going to be a lottery. Didn't think we were going to walk away with anything. And what was wild was the tours were booked. So I was on one tour at a 4 o'clock. Kevin was on a tour at a 3:30, and on the way up there, we just called and see if they could bump us up. And sure enough, they could. The guy I talked to actually ended up being our tour guide, but we were actually cutting it close.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We squeezed in a quick tasting at Buffalo Trace on the way up, and then ended up. Yeah, we left ourselves no time.
Like 45 minutes between Frankfurt and Louisville.
Yeah.
So we were bugging.
May have been pushing the speed limit there, and it's like, hey, we got to go by the hotel. We'll drop the wives off. We'll get over to Old Forester, and it reminded me of Clark Griswold pulling up at Wally World. There's we pulled up to the Marriott to do the valet parking right there in front of the Marriott. Old Forester's right there. The sign was right there. And
yeah.
I'm not sure. There's not pictures of it, but I think we did get out of the car holding hands, skipping over to Old Forester. And we got there just as the tour started.
Yeah, yeah.
And you didn't have to pull out a gun or anything like Clark. Y'all got right in.
We got in. There was no
nobody was threatened.
No threatened there.
It was all on the up and up.
Absolutely. Yeah. So on the tour, as we got to the tour, got to the tastings. On docket for the tasting. What were the bourbons on the docket there for us?
Yeah. No. Immediately when we sat down, we knew something was up because
What'd you have?
on the docket was.
Of course, we have them already.
It was the 1920, the 1910, and then the 1897. The actual exclusive tasting where we would have got to try this product was booked up. We couldn't even get on it. So, but like I say, we knew something was up because wedged in between these two bottles when we sat down was this one. Yeah.
Nice.
No, funny enough, so we got to try all these together, and it was really a unique experience getting to try them back to back and note the differences. But
Sure.
At that time, at that day, our tour guide said, "Hey, because you're on this tour, you get the opportunity to purchase. You're the only tour that gets it. The opportunity to purchase 2 bottles of our limited release." So, no, we didn't get to walk away with a bottle of birthday bourbon, but man, did we walk away with 4 bottles of the Whiskey Row Fire 117 series.
Yeah. And we were showing them off on the street there. And folks were, the people that were on the tour before us and after us, hey, how'd you get that? Where'd you get that? Like I said, it was all just the luck of the draw. Again, as the great American philosopher Carl Sutton would say, Carl Sutton being my father and my, I guess, mentor of leading me to a life of bourbon. As he would say, the sun shines on every dog's ass once. So that was us, right? We were just lucky, right place at the right time.
A couple of dogs' asses.
Yeah,
is what he's saying.
Absolutely. Hey, that day I was happy to be one
Absolutely.
walking away with 2 of those bottles.
Yeah,
those bottles.
And when my wife found out how much a bottle like that would go on the secondary market, she's like, "Hey, we're gonna put it up for sale." I'm like, "There's no way." We're into it for the experience, for the enjoyment.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna enjoy it with our friends and our family, and
Absolutely.
It's all about the enjoying it together.
Yeah.
You will not find Sutton Bourbon and Smoke selling anything that we've got. We are here to drink it because that's what it's made for.
Yeah, and again, not drinking it all in one setting, but at the same time, we're gonna enjoy it. Right?
Oh yeah. Sure. It's about the people that you drink it with.
Absolutely.
And don't let the size fool you. It's like dynamite. Big explosive flavor here in a small package, just because of the limited release of it. What are you guys getting from this? This is, oh man,
so
it's unique.
This, from the first time I tasted it, sitting down
Yeah.
at Old Forester to even now, right? Like it continues to change the way that I look at other bourbons just because of the unique flavor profile that it has, right? So, it's still got the same mash bill, 72% corn, 18% rye, 10% malted barley, right?
Yeah.
Proofed at 100, but I taste a lot of citrus, like beautiful flowers on the nose, right? And then you get some of the darker notes, like dark cherry, plum, and always the peppercorn and the cinnamon. Through and through the finish, but
yeah, not quite the banana you usually catch, from Old Forester
Sure.
product, but a little note of honey, which is again, the other Old Forester products. I liken it more to a French toast maple syrup. This has a little more touch of a honey nose and flavor to it, as well as. Again, you get some of the cherry, but also a little more of as far as we're talking about some of the berry fruits in there as well.
Yeah, and I think that honey really helps to lighten it up a little bit because with all of this, I think you get a lot more of that charred oak. We want to call it the Whiskey on Fire series or the Whiskey Row Fires. You just get more of that charred oak on this that you get than from the other ones. But that honey itself helps to lighten that up a little bit because a lot of times that can tend to be heavy. But no, I think it strikes a really good balance.
Right, and for 100 proof, right, it's a really long finish, right? And I think that would fool you on a blind. I know I would be fooled. I would be guessing, maybe I wouldn't go 115. I would go somewhere probably 110, 115, right?
Oh yeah.
It's a great long finish.
Sure.
Yeah. Just a great nose on it.
Yeah. Delicious.
Yeah.
Really
You would. not that I've had a ton of experience with the birthday bourbon. You liken it to somewhat of maybe a junior birthday bourbon
Sure.
as far as the nose
Yeah.
or whatever.
Sure.
And it's truly like a unique experience if you ever get the chance. Jump all over this because it's amazing.
No, and I'm sure if you actually go to the distillery on Whiskey Row, it's 117, but you can walk right into George's bar and order this and try it. You know? So I don't know about this particular batch though. I mean, because that's
batch number 1 right there.
This is batch number 1, and the release date was July 2022. I'm sure at George's bar now they probably have what they released later, or they're preparing the 2023 release.
Yeah, because the 117 series itself won't focus on just one event, and they're going to go through a few different things, a few different iterations of this. Just honoring like different things that have happened throughout the distillery's lifetime. So,
exactly.
It's exciting. It kind of you could almost look at it as a more exclusive Whiskey Row series where you've got instead of your 1920s, your 1910s, just different iterations of this 117.
And the 117 series, right? It's a testament to George Garvin Brown. His whole, back to the beginnings of he wanted a consistent product that was, of high quality, and this is well in that tradition. It honors or it commemorates, the devastating fire of 2015. It honors the firefighters that fought the fire, but it still, is in that high quality of whiskey that the Whiskey Row continues to produce year after year.
Absolutely.
No, I mean, and it's still extremely sought after too by different collectors around the world.
Sure.
I'm definitely, I feel fortunate that I have a bottle and a half, right? Left, but again, that's what it's for. It's there to enjoy, it's to share and enjoy.
Absolutely.
Well, hey, if you like what we saw here today, make sure you subscribe, because we'll be doing stuff like this in the future, different distilleries. If there's something that you want to see us do, right, or something you want us to taste, feel free to send us a bottle or just comment below. We probably got it in the liquor cabinet already.
Yeah, absolutely. And as always, remember to drink responsibly. Have a great time. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.